Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Mark McMahon Real Estate. Today I want to talk about stimulus and what it's going to do to our economy. Is it going to help or is it going to hurt? That's what I want to talk about today. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, hit the like button, please. Subscribe and sign up for notifications. We drop videos every week. Allie works really hard on this and we super mucho appreciate you guys being here. All right, so right now, we just got $1.9 trillion dropped on us, and we're all going to be getting checks if we haven't gotten them yet. And the big burning question right now is that going to help us? Is that going to help the economy? Is it for us, most of us out there are investors, real estate investors, is that going to help us or is that going to hurt us? And so we're going to kind of go over what's been going on, and what my opinions are on where we're going with this new round of stimulus. And does stimulus work? We've done things like this in the past. We've done things where you can turn in your cars and get money for them, and there's been all kinds of things. We've got the WPA after I believe it was World War, or after the crash of '29, and there was the WPA was a work program where they simply put people to work digging holes and building walls. A lot of your campgrounds that you go to now were built by these guys. These were people that were out of work that the government put to work building things that possibly had a use. They built a lot of bridges, a lot of different things, and it really did help the economy. If you look it up, you'll see yays and nays on that. But seriously, at least we walked away with something solid, something that we could look at, and it's still with us today. People are still using those things. So that was a good thing, right? People got paid money, they got to build things, and the economy slowly came back up. Right now, what we're doing is we're pumping a crap load of money into the economy, but people are not buying things and doing things that are going to help ultimately down the road. So that's kind of what I want to go over. So Robert Kiyosaki, I'm going to read this. Robert Kiyosaki twittered the other day, and this is a quote: "Millions are happy that the government passed $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. Who wouldn't be happy with that? The problem is free money makes the poor and middle class poor. They should buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin." Okay, what does he mean by that? And again, I like Robert Kiyosaki, and quite frankly, Rich Dad Poor Dad was the stimulus for me, to get me moving forward with investing. But that was really pretty much it. And what he's saying here, I agree with. The gold, silver, and Bitcoin, I'm not so sure. The problem with all the stimulus they're pumping out, as you keep hearing, is it's going to cause inflation. So what happens when they print money? That money becomes worth less. So let's say we have $1 million in circulation right now, and that's all we can ever have. That $1 million stays $1 million. It's always going to be worth $1 million. But what happens is that when they start printing more money, now there's more money in circulation and there's more cash out there. So that drives the price of everything up. So the cost of goods and services, anything that you do, prices will drive up simply because there's more money in the economy. People are spending more money. But who's that going to hurt? And who is that going to help? That is the big question. And who it's going to hurt the most are the people on the bottom end of the economic scale. It's the people that are probably out of jobs right now. In a minute, we're going to kind of go over job percentages right now. And but those are the people that are going to be hurt the worst because they're buying consumables. So I kind of explain this to my kids like this. You know, you waste $100 a week or $50 a week on fast food, and where does it go? I'm not going to say it because it's kind of disgusting, but we all know where food ends up, or the majority of it. Don't we? Okay, I'll say it. It's in the toilet. And that is what these people are doing when they go out and buy food. I'm sorry to say this, I'm not against paying rent, I'm not against making car payments, but does that ultimately help them? Yeah, for a few days, but not for the long term. They buy food, they make up their rent, they make their car payment, they might go out and buy a new device, maybe a new phone. Who does that help? Ultimately, who does that help? It gives them some happiness for a month, but then they're right back in the same place they were the month before. Who does it help? It helps people like me. It helps people like you if you're in business. It helps a lot of people, but it certainly doesn't help them. It's a very short-term Band-Aid. And I honestly don't have a really, really great answer to what will help these folks. Well, actually I do, and I'll tell you at the end. But think about that. If I own real estate and these people are able to make up their rent, then that helps me immensely. And it does help them short term, but not long term. Me long term, because I know eventually this economy is going to recover. My properties are going to keep going up in value and rents are going to keep going up. So boom, 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 boom. All great for me, but not for them. Let's go over a couple of these numbers. I'm going to skip ahead here because this kind of blew me away. Unemployment right now is at 6.7%. It's about the same as it was in 2014. But if you consider the disenfranchised, the people that aren't looking for jobs anymore, the people that are underemployed, in other words, they were working at, Hughes Aircraft and now they're maybe delivering food at night to make ends meet. When you include those people into the unemployment numbers, which you have to be realistic, it is closer to 10.7, 10.5% of the population are technically unemployed or underemployed. So what does that mean? Well, if you look at the glass half full side of it, that means 90% of the people are employed. And boy, are those people doing well right now. They are saving money like crazy. They are waiting for the day when the economy opens back up. And it's crazy. I'm skipping. So the top 90% have managed to put away $16.2 trillion in the last year in their bank. Okay, that is up 21% from 12 months ago. Guys, that's huge. That's a huge amount of money. We are not a nation of savers by any stretch. And I didn't write it down, but some 1.9 trillion of that is savings, which is amazing for the United States. We don't save money. We spend everything we make. Well, I save. I invest. But most people don't. I know you do. I know I do. But most people don't. Another statistic right now is spending is up. All right? Most people go, well, that's going to break the economy. No, spending is up with people that have money. All right? They're buying stuff online. They're using their credit cards. So credit and debit card up 22%. 22%. Why is that? Oh, because they're used to paying cash when they are able to go into a store. No, baloney. They're not spending money on traveling. They're not spending money on a lot of things that they normally do. Now they're able to spend more money. But the elephant in the room is that 10% of the folks that are still suffering and will continue to suffer. And the question is this $1.9 trillion stimulus going to help them? No, it's not. It will for a very short amount of time. But it will really, truly only help those that are doing well already. What is it that's going to help these folks? What is the answer? All right, I think I've got it. I don't know if it's possible, but I do think I've got the answer to this. If they stop printing money and open up the economy again, we may be able to save ourselves. We might. We might not. That I don't know. Depends on timing, depends on a lot of things. Things seem to be opening back up again, and that's great. And I know a lot of you out there are going to say, well, Mark, we got to be safe. We got to stay alive. Guys, if we can't get our economy open back up, this country is screwed. That bottom 10% of these poor folks that are suffering right now will drag the rest of us down eventually. And I'm not saying that like I hate those poor people. I feel horrible about that. Horrible. But that is exactly what's going to happen. It's like throwing someone a freaking bowling ball when they're drowning. That's what the stimulus is. That's all you're doing. You're killing these folks. Now, yes, I understand opening up the economy is not going to help people quickly, and they need help right now. I understand that. But can't we just start thinking about opening up the economy again so that we can help them long term? Can't we at least start educating people about money and investing, buying property? And you're going to say, oh, these people will never be able to do that because they don't have enough money for it. I understand that. But you know why that is? It's because they've never been taught. Most of you that are watching this right now, there's a percentage of you that are in this position and you're looking for a way out. And I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. And if you want to get started, there's a list down below. It's free. Just download it. It's how to start buying houses. You can do it. You can do it. You can't argue with me because I did it when I was broke. I was less than broke many, many years ago, right after the recession, and I did it. So believe me, I don't care how bad it is. It wasn't any worse than where I was. But this is the solution, is to open the economy, get people back to work, and it's going to be a slow process. I understand that. But that's what will save us. Now, the caveat there is, because of all the stuff we've done, all the sins we've committed in the past 12 months of printing money and doing what we've done and shutting down an economy that might not have needed to be shut down as much as it was, yes, bring it on. I welcome the comments. I lost, my best friend to COVID. So yeah, bring on the comments. I'm all for it. But, shutting down the economy the way we did, not so sure it was a good idea. That's a discussion for a different time. But now it's time to open it back up. What can happen 1, 2, 3 years down the road, even if they open the economy right now? We could still be in for a world of hurt. Now, there's a ripple effect. Every time you drop a stone in the water, those ripples go until they hit the shore. Well, ripples are still going, guys. They haven't hit the shore yet. We don't know what's going to happen. We could have a lot of foreclosures. I know, look at you guys are starting to salivate out there, you real estate investors. I know, we're terrible people. But we could, we might not. We don't know yet. We don't know yet because there's too many unknowns. There's too many missing pieces we don't know about. We don't know what the government's going to do. We don't know what the economy is going to do in spite of the government. We don't know a lot of things. But keep in mind, the piece of the puzzle that needs to be solved, absolutely 100% unequivocally, is the 10% of the people that are suffering right now. If we can't help them, this economy will be a false economy, which it somewhat is right now, in my opinion. It's a false economy. It's bubbly. It's exciting. Real estate's going off. Stock market's going off. But what's going to happen? What's going to happen if we can't help those 10%? It's eventually going to drag us down, so we got to bring them up. All right, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed my video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Check the links down below. Like I said, download that list on how to get started. If you're in the dumps and you don't know what to do, at least give it a shot. It doesn't cost a thing. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to see the possibilities that are open to you. Ali's going to drop a couple of videos also that are relating to this, and I sure hope you enjoyed it. Guys, I'll talk to you next time. Hey guys, check out these 2 videos. They're really going to help you on your investment journey. I'm also on Instagram, tons of great video content there, really good stuff. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.